Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Sophie, and I'm thrilled to be here today. Today's episode is going to be super useful if you're someone who loves to travel or if you're planning a trip soon. We're going to go over 10 essential words in English that will make your travel experience so much easier. These words are practical, and knowing them can help you navigate through different situations while traveling abroad.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm excited to join Sophie today. Whether you're in a new country, at the airport, or exploring a city, these 10 words are going to make your travel experience smoother and less stressful. And the best part? We'll not only explain the words, but we'll also give you some examples and situations where you might use them. So, let's get started with our first word.
All right, the first word you absolutely need to know is ticket. A ticket is a document or digital proof that allows you to travel, attend an event, or use public transportation. You'll need a ticket for just about everything when you're traveling, from flights to trains to buses. It's essential.
Definitely. You'll hear this word everywhere. For example, if you're at the airport, the first thing you'll probably be asked is, "Can I see your ticket?" And if you're catching a train, you might be told, "Please have your ticket ready for inspection." It's something you always want to have on hand.
That's right. And it's not just for transport. If you're going to a museum, concert, or any event, you'll need a ticket. You'll likely hear phrases like, "Where can I buy a ticket?" or "Do you have a ticket for this event?" It's something that's going to come up a lot, so be prepared.
All right, let's move on to the second word, reservation. When you're traveling, having a reservation can save you a lot of time and stress, especially when it comes to hotels, restaurants, or even attractions. A reservation is when you've booked a spot in advance, and it guarantees that you'll have a place when you arrive.
Exactly. For example, when you check into a hotel, they'll often ask, "Do you have a reservation?" If you've made one in advance, you'll show them your confirmation number. Or at a restaurant, if you're planning to eat during peak hours, it's a good idea to make a reservation so you don't have to wait for a table.
A reservation can be for anything: hotels, restaurants, even car rentals. If you're traveling to a popular place, making a reservation ahead of time is always a smart move. It's a word you'll definitely want to know when you're out and about.
The third word on our list is luggage. This is a simple but essential word. Luggage refers to the bags, suitcases, or containers you take with you when you travel. Whether you're flying, taking a bus, or even going on a road trip, you'll always be dealing with luggage.
And don't forget about the terms carry-on and checked luggage. Carry-on refers to the small bag you're allowed to take with you on the plane, while checked luggage is the larger suitcase that gets stored in the plane's cargo hold. If you're traveling internationally, you'll definitely hear these terms when you're at the airport.
You might also hear people say things like, "Where can I pick up my luggage?" or "My luggage is lost." It's such a common part of traveling, and it's important to know the different types of luggage and where to check or store them.
The fourth word is directions. Knowing how to ask for and understand directions is crucial when you're traveling, especially in a new city or country. Directions refer to the way or path you need to follow to reach a particular place.
That's right. You might hear questions like, "Can you give me directions to the nearest subway station?" or "How do I get to the airport?" Understanding basic directions is going to help you get around, whether you're asking someone or reading a map. Words like left, right, and straight will become very important.
And don't be afraid to ask for directions. People are usually very helpful, and understanding these terms can prevent a lot of confusion. Plus, learning how to give directions in English can be really useful for helping other travelers too.
Okay, moving on to our fifth word, map. A map is a drawing or representation of an area that shows streets, landmarks, and other important locations. It's such an essential tool for navigating, especially if you don't have access to your phone or GPS.
Absolutely. You can pick up a map at most tourist information centers, or you might use a digital one on your phone. When you're traveling, you might hear people ask, "Where can I get a map of the city?" or "Can you show me on the map?" So having a map handy is really helpful when you're exploring a new place.
Maps are also great for showing you the locations of tourist attractions, restaurants, and transportation hubs. So whether it's a physical paper map or a map on your phone, it's a must-have when you're traveling.
Let's jump to our sixth word, emergency. When traveling, it's important to be aware of what to do in case of an emergency. An emergency is a serious, unexpected situation that requires immediate action. Knowing how to say emergency in English can help you seek help quickly if needed.
Exactly. In an emergency, you might need to contact the police, ambulance, or a doctor. You could hear phrases like, call emergency services, or where is the nearest hospital in case of an emergency. Knowing these terms can be a lifesaver in stressful situations.
It's also helpful to know where the emergency exits are in places like airports, train stations, or large buildings. So familiarize yourself with emergency signs and numbers when you're traveling.
Moving on to the seventh word, we've got airport. This one is pretty obvious, but it's important to note that airports can be busy and overwhelming, so knowing this word is essential for almost every international traveler.
Definitely, you'll be hearing the word airport a lot when you travel. You'll need to go through security, check in, and find your gate, all of which are connected to the airport. Common phrases include, where is the nearest airport? Or, what time does my flight leave from the airport?
The airport is also where you'll deal with customs, immigration, and baggage claim. So understanding the key vocabulary related to airports will help you feel more comfortable navigating those areas.
The eighth word on our list is currency. When you're traveling to a different country, you'll need to know the local currency or money used in that country. Currency refers to the system of money that's accepted there.
Right? And knowing the currency is crucial for handling your finances abroad. You might hear questions like, what's the exchange rate for the local currency? Or, where can I exchange my currency? It's important to know how to ask about money, whether it's for exchanging, withdrawing, or simply paying for things.
It's also good to learn the names of the currency units in different countries. For example, the euro in many European countries, the yen in Japan, or the dollar in the United States. Familiarizing yourself with these terms will help you when you're budgeting or shopping.
Next up is taxi. A taxi is a car service you can hire to take you from one place to another. Taxis are super common in cities all over the world, and they're a great option if you don't want to use public transport or walk.
Definitely. Taxis are everywhere. You might say, I need a taxi to the airport, or how much is a taxi ride to the hotel? Knowing this word is super important for getting around quickly and comfortably.
You can also use services like Uber or Lyft in some cities, and these are essentially the same thing as taxis, just booked through an app. Either way, the word taxi is essential when you're in a rush or want to go from point A to point B quickly.
And last but not least, the 10th word we're going to talk about is tourist. A tourist is someone who's traveling to a new place to see and experience it for pleasure. Whether you're visiting landmarks, museums, or just sightseeing, you're a tourist.
Exactly. As a tourist, you might be looking for popular attractions, local food, or even just asking for recommendations. It's helpful to know how to talk about being a tourist, especially when you're asking for things like, where are the best tourist attractions? Or, can you recommend a good restaurant for tourists?
And it's important to remember that being a tourist means you might need some extra help. So, asking for directions, tips, or recommendations is something you'll likely do often. And knowing the word tourist will help you in those situations.
Alright, so there you have it. 10 super useful words to know when traveling. From tickets to taxis and everything in between, these words will help you feel more confident navigating your travels.
Exactly. We hope you find these tips helpful. Traveling can be overwhelming, but with the right vocabulary, it becomes much easier and more enjoyable. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time with more travel tips.
Happy travels, everyone.
And that was our podcast for today. Till next episode, stay tuned and try like, subscribe, and share our channel and lessons to your friends, those who are interested in learning English.